Good morning and happy Friday. I'm Britt. This is my channel, brittwriterly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture, mainly on this FriYAY chat as of lately. Thank you all for being here. If you are watching on the replay, a big shout out to you. Feel free to leave a comment. Don't be shy. I just want to know who's here because I'm nosy. So just leave a yellow heart, a little hey, how you doing, a little something, something. And good morning, Deidre. Pulling up early. Good morning, Pat. Pulling up on time per usual. Okay, so y'all, I have fallen back in. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, I have a package, y'all. I have mail. You just got a letter. You just got a letter. You just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Dang, that means I have to leave my apartment today. I wasn't planning on doing that. How annoying. But I think I actually really need this package. Annoying. And I have to go shopping tomorrow. Annoying. I'm very annoyed. Anyway, so book updates. I am perfectly timed question, Deidre. What are you reading? I was looking for another Ernest Gaines book to read. I think the last one I finished was The Tragedy of Brady Sims, which I think I was reading during last sprint because I was like up walking around a lot or something maybe. But The Tragedy of Brady Sims by Ernest Gaines was tragic. It really was tragic. But the cool thing was it was also funny in ways. It was not a tragic comedy. Like it wasn't like, oh, laughs for days, but someone dies at the end. Someone died at the beginning and at the end. Two different people. One died at the beginning, one died at the end. I kind of suspected it was coming because the more and more they told the story, I was like, I don't think this is going to be able to end any other way but this. And lo and behold. But what was funny was in the barber shop while they're telling this story, and I think I said this last week, the comedy was the way the story was being told and the fact that this story took so long to be told. And there was a guy in the barber shop who perhaps was standing in proxy to a reader who would also be wondering, particularly someone who doesn't read a lot of Ernest Gaines. I feel like this character in the barber shop was like a proxy character for an unfamiliar reader who would be like, where is this going? Please hurry up. I just want to get the answer to what happened on page 1. What was that about? Because this character the entire time was like, I should just go on to where I'm going. As a matter of fact, I should check myself to a mental institution for sitting here listening to this story all this time and getting nowhere. Like he was literally just under his breath the entire book because the story wasn't moving fast enough for him. And he was like, why am I here? Why am I here? It was hilarious to me. It was hilarious to me. Okay, so good morning, Pat. Reading The Veiled Throne by Ken Liu. It's book 3 in the Dandelion Dynasty series. Very good, extremely thick, but worth every page. Dandelion Dynasty. Now that is a series title. I have no problem with that. Dandelion Dynasty. Fine, take my money. I'm not in the mood for thick fantasies right now, but I mess with the name. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hop into our first sprint. I have found myself embroiled in another cozy mystery. Now, this will truly not be a book that I read like during the day. Today, I really want to try to devote a lot of time to Maya Angelou's, what is it? When It All Sinks Up. I want to spend a lot of time with that. I don't know if I'll be able to the first sprint because I think I need to go get this package. And I think it'd be best to get it while it's a little early. When there's not as much traffic. So I might need to like run out real quick in this first print. But after that, the next two, I definitely want to just spend reading when it all syncs up. Um, so yeah, that's what I want to read. But these cozy mysteries, every time I crack one, every time without fail, I remember all over again why I don't read that much of them. And it's because they're very, what's the word? They're very predictable. Beyond tropes, which I now am in the place where I don't mind a good trope. They're very formulaic. They're very formulaic, and there's a large amount of them, or maybe I just keep stumbling across them. Vina, we're on the same page. They are very formulaic. And they're not all necessarily even super well written either, like in the grammar. Like I'm hearing a lot of writing echoes. It's truly a pet peeve of mine for someone to continue to use the word smirk, especially when you're not using it correctly, because a smirk is a kind of like ironic. It's not the most. A smirk and a smile are two different things, right? Like if you're smirking at someone, you're kind of like laughing at them a little bit if you're nice. And then if you're just like a jerk, a smirk is a very like condescending, smarmy thing to do. But this author is using it indiscriminately when she really means something as bright and innocent as a smile and just put smirk there. And I'm just like, a smirk is not simply a smaller smile. We can't be overusing words than not even using them correctly. Did you hear that, anti-woke people? We can't just be overusing words and not using them correctly. Anyway, I digress. So I'm doing it for, yes, sometimes I love the formula. Sometimes I love it. And it's not even like add a little razzle dazzle. Yes, do that. But it's for me when the formula, when I don't like your take on the formula, and when your writing around the formula is also not super great, that's when it becomes a trial and tribulation for me to read your book, because the writing isn't fresh, the writing isn't giving me, oh, okay, I see we got some nice description. It's not overly descriptive. I'm in the story. I like it. Like, even if you don't want to razzle dazzle the formula, can I have some razzle dazzle in the writing? Can I have a little bit of, can I have some voluptuous language? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want more. I want more from the writing around the formula. Because I would say for once, what I do like about what this author is not doing, what is her name? Erin something. Erin, oh, it's disappeared. Erin something, y'all. I don't know. Um, Erin Johnson. It's a witch themed cozy mystery. This one's called A Score to Kettle. Um, and I'm not paying much attention to this book at all. But you feel me? With the dialogue, give me something, you know. But so usually in cozy mysteries, I really hate that they have the cops be these really aggravating, really mean, really like incompetent characters who the amateur has to work around to solve a case, and they do it better than the police. Um, Number one, it's just disheartening. But number two, it don't even be a smart amateur. Like if it was someone who was like, I always wanted to be a detective, but my mom made me go to med school, or my mom got sick, so that's why I own this coffee shop. But actually, I have everything I need within me to be a cop. Like something. I know the point of a cozy mystery, good morning, Vicky, is that it's someone who is less like who's not a pro, like they sort of just get shunted into this world of crime and they have to solve it because some in some way they or someone that lives on the line. I get that. I understand the premise of cozy mysteries. So I get that there is a certain amount of like fumbling around, but fumbling around and being stupid are not the same thing. Fumbling around and being foolish are not the same thing. You can be ignorant of how, like, of sleuthing. Vina, that's what yeah, you got to pick a struggle. You can't be on the immature bus and on the I don't know what I'm doing bus. You split. How are you even going about your life split like that? You got to be on one bus. You got to be on one bus. You can't be around here like, I think I'll just peek through this dark alley at night by myself because I think I heard something. I have no desire to be a detective and never did, and you would still never catch me doing that. I don't care if I want to know what's going on or not. And it's not like these people, because I've read reckless protagonists before, but being reckless and being stupid even are gradations. Like they're not the exact same. So take like The Rage of Dragons. It's not a cozy, but go with me here. Tao is a very reckless protagonist. Anyone who's read The Rage of Dragons for like 5 minutes knows that it's his premier character trait. He is super reckless. But that being part of his character, you're like, I mean, okay. Because also, as it goes on, he got the chops to back it up. Is he going to do the most reckless thing? Yes, he is. But he also got the hands. So, like, I mean, if you can back it up, go for it. These reckless, these people in the cozy mysteries are not reckless in a I can back it up, so I'm just going to choose violence way. They're reckless in a I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm completely incompetent in life. And somehow I'm going to fumble my nosy way into solving a crime. And that's when I'm like, you give nosy people a bad name. I would never do that. You know? Anyway, I could go on and on and on, but I won't. That's my annual rant on cozy mysteries. Honestly, it's quarterly. That's my quarterly rant on cozy mysteries. I don't like that they do that. Okay. I think that's everything. Yes, okay. Let's go ahead and hop into a sprint. Yes, because I think what I should do is just keep track of the cozies that I'm reading so I can be like, let me rank them on a scale of like reckless to ridiculous or something, because there's not going to be anyone who's like, this is a shining example. Although I will say it again, I did not mind, what was her name? Dana and Kelly Garrett's, especially in the second one, not Hollywood Homicide, Hollywood Ending. I really didn't mind Dana as much in that. And I think Kelly said it in an interview with Brie where she was like, it's a cozy. The premise is that this person is an amateur. I had to make Dana very fumbly in the first one because she's not supposed to know what she's doing. That's the premise of a cozy mystery. But by the second one, she been through some things. She don't have to have the same kerfuffles. She can be a bit more sure of herself, and I like that. I like that. I'm reading the second one of this little witchy themed one, and I'm just like, I don't I don't know. I don't feel any better about you in this second one than I did the first one. Maybe it's a me thing. It could totally be. But the cozy mystery that I have mind the least is Kelly Garrett's Hollywood Chronicles 1. So yeah. Yeah. Actually, I may be wrong. I think she's the one that I can call to mind, but there was like an there were like two BFFs and they have this like detective agency together, which I'm not sure it can still, maybe this is a Vina question. Vina, can it still be a cozy mystery if it still has cozy vibes? Because there's not a lot of explicitness, there's not a lot of on-page murder or like any, they just find bodies, but there's not usually a there's not a lot of like, thriller, like very in your face violence. Can it still be a cozy even if the protagonist is not technically an amateur? Like she and her bestie in New Orleans own a detective agency. I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna find it during this sprint, hopefully. But yeah, I don't think I mind that one very much either. I think I kind of enjoyed it actually. So maybe I should do a reread and chronicle all the ways that I prefer this kind of razzle dazzle and cozies to the giving us incompetent protagonists that I have been. Oh my gosh, Vina, can you please get out of my head today? What's the name of the one you're talking about? Kelly's Not a Cozy Mystery? What you talking about? Good morning, T. So what is she? Death by Dumpling. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Death by Dumpling. I did not mind that series either. I did not mind that one either. Yeah, I think I read like 3 of those. I think that's what I should do. I should do a like palette cleansing. Here were my like favorite cozy mysteries, and then make a list of all the things that I love about them, and be like, this is the bar, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't do this, send your cozy through one more round of revision, please. Have I read the Dublin trilogy? I haven't. Tell me about it. Okay. The Catering Hall Mysteries. I don't think I've read them. Let me write all these things down. Okay, so I need to reread I can't remember the name of the author from the one you recommended, Deidre, but I know it was on Scribd, so if I just put in Death by Dumpling, I know they'll all come up. And I also didn't mind the cop, I don't think, in that one. I don't like reading cozy mysteries where the cops are the bad guys. It's just too much for me to handle. Like, please, I can't do it. The Noodle Shop Mysteries, yeah. So I'm going to reread the Noodle Shop Mysteries. And then the Dublin trilogy. You can check that out. Cozy Rex. The Catering Hall Mysteries. Ooh, the audiobooks. You're singing my song. The Catering Hall Mysteries. Okay, but Vina, you didn't answer my question. Number one, does Kelly write actual mysteries? They're not cozy? They seemed very cozy to me. At no point was I scared. And then also, what do y'all think? If the person already owns a detective shop, but it's not giving a lot of on-page oomph, is it still cozy, or is that technically just a regular old mystery? By Maria DeRico. DeRico. Yes, Vivian Chin. Thank you, Deidre. The MC is a guy with one of those faces. So, oh no. Oh, that's sweet. Interesting. That's a very interesting way to use your one of those faces for old people. Listen, I'm here for people that care for the senior citizens. Ah, okay. I wonder who decides that. Like, I feel like now that you mention it, she said something about this genre delineation. It was over a year ago, so I have no idea what it was. I feel like it was around the time of this second Black Omeathon. If Bree slides in here, I'll ask her. But I feel like there was a lot of conversation about her cozy mystery versus mystery classifications. One day a man says some very mysterious thing, then tries to murder him. An old man? Listen, these old men are not to be trifled with. He then finds himself on the run. Okay, Vicky, fine. Absolutely. When you put it like that, yours gets a star. Boom. Okay, cool. He's doing it for community service, but I think it's he was made to, but it's still nice. Yeah, it is. Okay. We will reconvene this conversation after a sprint. Let's get into it, y'all. We are gonna once again be using the purple timer because I want one. Y'all, the day that you come, it was fun and very Irish. Okay. Are there audiobooks? Because you know that's my thing. If there's not an audiobook, star or no star, I will not be reading it for at least the next 6 months. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. You can ask Vina. Doesn't matter how much I want to read something. I won't. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm struggling with all my might to read Maya's art because it only has an ebook right now, and I'm just like struggling. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm watching Chicago Med. Listen, I stopped watching Chicago Med after Yaya left. After Yaya DaCosta left Chicago Med, I was like, absolutely not. And then when I heard that Ethan got with some white chick, I said, absolutely not. Never. How dare you? And then quite randomly, I think I came across like them getting married on the show. And I was like, okay, yeah. If I know that you will make, I feel that, Vicky. If I know that you will make it to, oh, good, audiobooks. If I know that you're going to make it back to the person I actually want you to be with, AKA your soulmate, then I can go through you being with the wrong person because I know that you will end up where you're supposed to end up. I can read it then. So, I mean, I can watch it then. So I stopped watching Chicago Med. It was for months, if not a year. Ever since Yaya left to do Our Kind of People, I have not watched Chicago Med. And I also did not like Ethan's friend, who now we're really and truly going on a tangent, honey. I did not like Ethan's friend, the white guy who was seeming a little bit like he maybe needs to see Dr. Charles, the psychiatrist. Okay. I didn't like him. He seemed very unhinged and very bent on power in an unhelpful way. There's really no helpful way to be bent on power, but he seems particularly shisty. And the look he was giving Ethan when Ethan got shot, I didn't like. It was giving, now you're under my control. I didn't like it. But I wasn't about to go back and watch it because, again, I can't be in the room with a bunch of like power hungry white men. So, or even like one who's about to be running the show. No, it's the same as with cozies. I just can't. It's too much like real life, please. I can't do it. But if I know that he and I are going to be back together, I'll brave it. What are you talking about? It's my civic responsibility. Please, of course I will. So now I'm rewatching it. I just got Peacock. I finally broke down and prayed for the preview. I finally broke down, but I'm getting my life because I love Yaya's character. I cannot wait for her and Ethan to catch each other's eye and start doing a little tingle. And I love Maggie. Chicago Med has a good amount of like diversity, I think. Like they have Black people in actually like important roles to it. And you see a lot of different kinds of people come in. Like I like the Chicago series, Chicago Med PD. I never got into Chicago Fire. I just couldn't do it because I was like, none of y'all are cute to me. I need someone that I can like see that I like to look at. None of you for me. So no. So I never got into it, probably never will. I don't need another obsession. But now I'm back on Chicago Med, as you all now know, because it started playing quite randomly. But now we are going to get into these sprints. Okay? And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. Okay. Hello, all. So Tia came in during that sprint. Good morning. This is week 2 of dental assistant school. I couldn't read all week, but I did my homework, quizzes, and exams, which means I have a free day to read. Yay! Listen, that student life is no joke, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay. So I went and got my package. I got back 5 minutes ago. So did I read anything? No, but I did find the Dublin trilogy on Scribd. Shout out to Vicky. That's the one I want to read first from my list of recommendations: the catering hall mysteries, and then the noodle shop mysteries. I want to do the Dublin trilogy first because it sounds interesting. You got a little action in there. That's my song. So I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna start it, but on Scribd, I'm not gonna be able to read the whole thing until April 4th. Which sometimes they change that if I give up some books, which I have plenty to give up because I haven't been reading a lot of these books. So they may make it available earlier, but for now I can just listen to a 25-minute preview and see if I like it, which may be what I'll do for a little bit of next sprint, but mostly in this next sprint, I really want to focus on getting into Maya's book. But first I need to eat. Floor, good morning. Oh, girl, it was a late start for me as well. It was a very late start for me. That reminded me to hydrate. Whew. Still reading The Famished Road by Ben Okri. Okay. Since we spent so much time, by we I mean me, chatting before the first one, I'm going to put us right back into a second one. As y'all come back, let me know what you read and how you're feeling about it. But we're going to go right back into a next sprint because I want us to try to get 3 in if we can. That may not be fully possible because it's already 11 o'clock, but we'll do our utmost. Yes? Okay. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right. Just continuing with the comments. Okay. Hey, y'all. So I am now at 25% of when it all syncs up. And I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it. She got herself a little boo. Not really, but like a guy that gives her butterflies. And she was auditioning at this school. I didn't catch when I first was reading, perhaps because I was reading it in so many like spurts, that she might legitimately, maybe I shouldn't say that. There's something that she's considering doing that I didn't think that she would really be putting any actual, like, you ain't really gonna do it. And now she's like, I might legit do it. And now she's meeting people in this new place who might really convince her that, like, this is the place that you actually need to be, even though you think it's a step down from where you currently are. This may be where you can really grow into the person that you need to be, someone that's like mentally and emotionally and professionally sustainable. Um, who knows, I'm 25% in, maybe it'll all crash and burn in this place as well. Who knows? But I'm liking the little hints. I like that it's very clear. The change or death moment is very clear. Like I already said, there's a lot of like mental health content warnings in this book, but I believe they were in the author's note at the beginning. So there's that. But I'm already just sick of these little kids with their little microaggressions. How do you wash your braids? There's usually soap and shampoo involved. How about you? Foolishness. Anyway, let me see. T. I'm reading book 4 of the Wayward Children series. I don't usually do series, but these are short books. They're around 200 pages, character-driven, episodic, portal fantasy. Read did a vlog on it. Okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm in a really good spot. So we're about to go into another sprint and then we're gonna close because it'll be a little bit after 12 when I get back. So if you get here after I've already, pushed play, definitely just go ahead and throw in the chat where you are in your book, how you're liking it, if you're liking it, because y'all know that there's like a buffer time between comments on YouTube and when they show up on StreamYard. And that is valid. Deidre said, "Let's get into it. My book is getting quite real." Okay, let's do it. I have no idea what progress means. Yeah, it's progress to me that I'm even like reading it right now because I have not been doing a good job of doing that. So let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. Okay, y'all. I had a lot of mail come in today, so I went and got some mail um from an on-campus box, the first Sprint. Haven't tried that on yet, so I was like, oh, give me a minute. I want to wait to see if my shoes come. So it's all the same outfit. I want to see how it looks all together. I was like, okay, my shoes are supposed to come today, and then my shoes came during the last Sprint. Mind you, I've had to send these shoes back twice. So the first time I ordered them, for some reason they sent me a 5, and I was like, I don't get that, but whatever. They sent me a 5. So I sent them back. It's aerosols. I don't know if you've ever tried aerosols. My mom put me on them. They're actually really great. I have some sandals from them, and this is my second pair of shoes from them. They're like more business shoes, and they have like a really chunky heel. And I was like, I don't know if that's gonna be cute, but they're cute. They're cute. Um, so they're I sent the 5 back, obviously, because I wear a 10 and 11. So the sandals I have from them are an 11. And so, but I was like, I don't think I need an 11. They have a 10 and a half. They have half sizes for this style. So let me try a 10 and a half. I got the 10 and a half like 2 days ago. It's Friday. I feel like I got the 10 and a half on Wednesday. And I finally could get my foot into it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this shoe. It's so cute. I took a step and they flopped off. I said, dang. I love these shoes, but they're too big. So then I sent it back and got a 10. The 10 came today. I tried them on. Perfect. There's the padding inside. The heel is really chunky, so it's not going to put a lot of like strain at like the right in my heel of my foot. I so recommend aerosols. It's like AERO, then like the sole of your foot, SOLES, aerosols. I love them, but it's one word. I love them. It already feels so comfortable. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to wear these with an outfit where I'm not looking for the seats as soon as I walk in. Do you hear me? I'm so excited. And one thing I really loved about it was like I have something coming up in the next week, and like I mean I don't remember the last time I wore a 9.5, so I was pretty sure that wasn't gonna be what happened. But I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't have to send it back or da 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 da. But aerosols returns, that this might have been my most positive return experience ever. It didn't cost me any money. All I had to, they like, you go to the aerosols happy returns, you tell them like, so I put in on one return and they ask you why. They're like, was it too big? Was it too small? Was it not comfortable? Did you not like the style? What was it? And then if you put like too big or too small, they'll say, can we send you the next size up or down? Then you click yes. And they're like, okay, we just emailed you like a QR code. Here the locations are like happy return partners or something. You can go to any one of these sites, they'll scan this QR code and they will take the return from there. So there's a FedEx like half a mile from my apartment, super close. I literally just went there with the box. They scanned the QR code and that was it. I was like, do I have to pay anything? They were like, nope, we got it. They just put it in another like reusable package, send it off, and I kid you not, I was in front of the FedEx when I got an email from Aerosol saying your return has been initiated. We're sending you your new shoe. And then so the first when I sent the size 5 back, I sent it back on like I want to say it was like a Friday, a Thursday or a Friday, and then I got the size 10 and a half on Wednesday, and then I sent the 10 and a half back on Wednesday because I was like, okay, let me send it back as soon as possible, and I got them this morning. So I'm like, aerosols. They said, baby, we gonna get you your shoe. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I love a good return experience. I love when I have to do the least to get exactly what I want. I love it. They weren't like you have to wait until your shoe gets to us till we send you the nope. They were like, your return's initiated. We are sending you the new shoe. It's cool. I loved it. Total fan. I got, it's cute. What's cute? A lot of relatable stuff for anyone who the book. Yes. Yeah. Um, so I think one of the things I like the most about When It All Sings Up so far, I mean, it's hard, right? Because this is not necessarily like a happy joint, but I like that she does not have an adversarial relationship with her father. Her best friend's dad is trash, like very judgmental, very like, I'm so disappointed in you. Why are you such an embarrassment? It's like your son just had a health scare. That's an embarrassment instead of you getting him some help that he clearly needs. Uh-uh. But her dad, even though there are things that she's like, I don't want to tell him this, or I don't want him to worry, whatever, she still is like, but I miss him. I wish that he was here. I understand why he can't be. He moved so he could make more money to pay for my ballet school, blah, blah, blah. But she's still like, she misses him. She loves him. It's not like, oh my gosh, I hate my dad. He's such a, so I think the fact that she does not have a just full on toxic trash adversarial relationship with her father is one of the things I like the most thus far. And I hope that as the book continues, she's able to open up to him even more and be honest with him that, like, I so appreciate the sacrifice that you made for me, that you took me seriously enough as a ballerina to like pay for me to have the best chances of getting that. Um, that I would rather have you. Like, I hope that she gets to a point where she can tell him that and that he hears that and responds and it's like, I'm on my way. Like, okay, I need to wrap this job up over here. I think he's living in like India or China or somewhere right now. But I hope he hears her and is like, I'm on my way, say less. So that's my hope. Okay, lots of comments. Let me roll up. Yes, how to be a better adult. I can't wait to read that. When I finish When It All Syncs Up, that's my next go-to because I didn't see anything on Audible for her. Not Audible, on any audiobook for her, unfortunately. Um I forgot I have Killers of a Certain Age on Libby. Okay, Killers of a Certain Age. Floor. That sounds good because I'm into these old men taking names back at right about now. After my J. Gaines stint, I'm into old men kicking butt and taking names. Killers of a Certain Age. Let me write that down. Killers of a Certain. I feel like I have really missed out by reading all these young protagonists and not reading older people who just don't have the same angst as their younger counterparts. Because there is truly something to be said for not giving a freak what people think about you. Um, I'm going to be focusing on schoolwork. Hey, Tina Simone, do it, do it, do it. I'm rereading After We Collided by Anna Todd. And my favorite thing is how emotional it is and the attitude of the hero in this book opposed to the other books. Okay, we love a hero with a good attitude. I'm reading Guild by Marisa Meyer. I love retellings, and this one is about Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, she was on my TBR, but my TBR is just where books go to have a seat for me. So unfortunately, I haven't gotten to it, but I heard a lot about Marisa Myers several months ago, and I had looked up Gilded, and I was like, oh, I haven't even like this is a retelling I do not see. I would love to see a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin. And I feel like she does have audiobooks, so I may need to put her higher on my TBR. Purple Rain Hearts. Wow, I feel like I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. So if it has, welcome back. And if you're like, we never met before, welcome. We hope you stay well. But I feel like you used to pop in. It's just been a while. And so welcome back. Just came on reading A Lady's Guide to Etiquette and Murder. Y'all are dropping these titles. And I love it. Did 2 things for school while finishing 2 granny squares I started last night. Okay. Yeah, no, the 10 in the shoes is a struggle. All the big fit girls, you feel me? Good morning, Samantha Marie. If anyone's looking for an editor of color, Samantha Marie is a Black woman who is an editor. Definitely hit her up on Instagram, SM Ryan. Yeah, hit her up, check her out, see if y'all can make something, do what it do. I'm currently listening to We Are the Origin. Yeah, I keep seeing that on Instagram. So next week, Lord willing. Oh no, I won't be here next week. So thank you for reminding me. Next week, no FriYAY sprints. Lord willing, I'll be back on the 31st, so the Friday after next. But next week, no FriYAY sprints. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, the week after next, you'll have to tell me about it because I keep seeing it a lot with that beautiful green cover. Absolutely, yeah. Someone has to do a review for me, please. Okay. Okay. Good reviews all around. Okay, cool. And they have an audiobook, so that's all I really needed to hear. All right, y'all. We are 15 minutes over our usual time, but we have all been reading some really good books, so it was worth it. I got to chapter 8. I started off on I think I was at 24% or something like that, and I'm ending at 29%. No, I'm ending at 30%, and that's great because I usually don't get more. Usually the past couple of weeks I'd only been getting 2% on Maya's book, and so I said, okay, next week I really want to put my back into it and get more, and I got through 8% today, so yay. Okay, great. Y'all have an amazing weekend. I hope that y'all get the rest that you need. I hope that you drink a lot of water. Okay, the author's on YouTube. Cool. Hope that we all drink water. And be kind to someone this weekend. Y'all have an amazing weekend though. Goodbye.